At the peak of World War II, the Pennsylvania Railroad, like virtually all railroads in the United States, was stretched far beyond its limits with the huge increase in wartime freight traffic. The roster at the time consisted of nearly 25-year-old Mikados, Mountains, and Decapods, most of which requiring double heading and sometimes even triple heading. Something larger and more powerful was desperately needed. The obvious answer would be to just build something bigger. But due to wartime restrictions placed on all of the railroads, they weren't permitted to spend any money on research and development of a new locomotive. So, on to Plan B. Borrow another railroad's locomotive and copy the design. But which one? It was decided that the Pennsy would lease a Chesapeake and Ohio T1 210-4 Texas type built by the Lima Locomotive Works. And they would also lease a Norfolk and Western A Class 2664 articulated locomotive built by the N&W's own shops. After extensive testing of both locomotives, the Pennsy chose the C&O's T1 as the basis for the new locomotive type. The result was what turned out to be the PRR J1, basically the same engine as the C&O's T1, but with minor alterations. But what if the Pennsy had chosen differently? Imagine if they had gone with the 2664 articulated instead. Keeping with the railroad's traditions, there's a cast steel pilot with folding coupler, a keystone number plate. The headlight is raised up to the top of the smoke box, a Pennsy 3-chime whistle, a Bel-Pair firebox, a squared-off cab with large round-ended windows for the engineer and the fireman, and a welded coast-to-coast tender. Their formula of classing articulateds comprised of using the classification of the multiple wheel arrangements that it itself was comprised of. An F being a 260, G being the reversed 460, and 1 seeing that it was the first of its class. Say hello to what may have been the Pennsylvania Railroad FG-1. For more information on the Pennsylvania FG-1 and other models available for Trainz Simulator, visit K&L Trainz online at www.kltrainz.com. Thanks for watching.